Okay, going to go over 3 examples. You got 1 problem in this packet. I put $14,000 in a bank account. The bank account increases by a constant % each year. In 10 years, the account is worth $23,011. Find the interest rate on the deposit. So now you're finding the percentage. Now you're still dealing, to formulate your function, you're still dealing with 2 units. So you got dollars and years. Okay? So we use the function rule for setup. Years is X, dollars is Y. Per. Dollars per year. Now there isn't a dollars per year. You see right there it's a % per year, but we don't have that. So what you do is write that as B. Okay? So it's an exponent function. And the factor, well, we can't really do much with the factor, so I just put B because we don't have the percentage. That's kind of our job to find it. So I'm still going to use the A times B to the X power equals Y. So A, B, X, and Y. So A and Y mean the kind of the same label, dollars. You know, Y is dollars. You look over there. Y is dollars. And A's dollars. A's where you began at, okay, 14,000. And Y is how much money you ended with, which is 23,011. Now the B is what we're solving for here, because that's the rate. And the X, I know the X is 10, so now I fill it out differently. I'm going to go 14,000 times B to the power of 10 now, and then 23,011. So I have to solve for B here, okay? B is not a power, okay? It most definitely is not a power. Okay, again, I'll repeat that. B is not a power, so I'm not going to put a parentheses around it, okay? What I need to apply then is linear properties. It's just b to the 10th. That's all you have, b to the 10th power. It's just to the 10th power, but it's not actually in the power like it was in the last one. The variable's not, okay? So you have b to the 10th. That's all you have is the b to the 10th. It's not like you have a b to the 5th somewhere, or a b to the 3rd, and you'd have to factor it, okay? It's just b to the 10th, okay? You are going to use linear properties, and then you are going to apply a radical of a 10, okay? Linear properties means you just get the b by itself. You divide by the 14,000. The b to the 10th by itself, I should say. So 23,011 divided by 14,000 gives me 1.64. So b to the power of 10 equals 1.64. Now you're going to get rid of your 10th power by taking it to the 10th, putting a 10th root. So here's how you figure that out. You go 10 second and then the caret key, okay? 10 second caret, not this key. That will not get it done, okay? 1.64, okay? So I got 1.05 for B. Okay, and that's what you do. Now, to calculate the actual percent, you got to do 2 things. You take your 1.05, and you're always going to be subtracting 1, okay, 1 whole for the 100%. And that's 0.05. Now you move the decimal twice to the right, okay, and it's 5%. Okay. All right, do 2 more. Example 2. A new snowmobile costs $5,000. The value of the snowmobile decreases at a constant percent each year. After 3 years, the snowmobile is worth $3,061. Calculate the depreciation rate. So your job's to find the percent. So you got dollars and years again. So years is X, dollars is Y. So per, dollars per year. Well, there is no dollars per year. Again, it said it's by a percentage. We just don't have the percentage, okay? So it's an exponent function. And the factor, well, I don't know the factor. It's B. So I'm going to have to find what the B is. So A times b to the x power equals y. Okay, remember a and y stand for the same unit, dollars. The a is where the dollars started at, 5,000, and the y is where the dollars ended at, which I know is 3,061. Now the b is the unknown, okay? And then the x is 3, okay? So line that up. So you got a, 5,000, times b is unknown, and then the x, you have 3, okay? And then the y, you have 3,061. So we are solving for b. But dude, b is not in the x, it's not in the power, okay? It's not a power. The power is 3. The b is not in the power. The power is just 3, so you don't put a power. You're not using the COB here, okay? All you know about b is it's to the third power, okay? So that's the only power b is ever 2. It's only b got, so you apply linear properties, linear prop, and then you apply a radical of a 3. So linear properties means you got to get rid of the times 5,000. So you divide by 5,000. So b to the third. So 3061 divided by 5,000. 0.61. Then you're going to apply the radical 3. That's how you cancel out a power. That's the opposite of a power. 0.61. So 3 second caret 0.61 is 0.85. So that's your b value. But to translate that into the actual percentage, you take 0.85, and just like the last problem, I didn't stutter, you subtract 1, okay, because that's for the 100, negative 0.15, then you move the decimal twice to the right, and it's negative 15%. Now it's negative because it's a decay, okay, so the negative's fine. Okay, example 3. Your new computer costs $2,600. The value decreases by a constant percent each year. After 5 years, that computer is now worth $1,154. Calculate the depreciation rate. Okay, same thing. So we got dollars, we got years. Years is X, dollars is Y. So dollars per year. Again, there is no dollars per year, it's a percent. You just don't know it, okay? So, it's an exponent function with a factor. We just don't know what the factor is. That's b. I'm going to have to find the factor, and then I'll convert it into the percent with the -1 and then moving the decimal forward. Okay, remember A and Y, okay? A and Y, that's your money. Money, money, okay? Money started at 2,600 and it ends at 1,154. Okay. Now the B is what we don't know, okay? That's your factor, but it's just B, so question mark. And the X is years, which is 5. So now we put those known values into the equation. 2,600 times B to the power, not of X, because we know X is a 5. And the Y is 1,154. That's a comma, crappy one. Okay, so I might be solving for B, but B is to a power, but it's not in the power. So no COB here, okay? Now, it's just B to the 5th. It's only power it's 2, so you use the linear properties. That means get the b to the 5th by itself, and then you apply a radical of a 5th degree, a 5th root. So you divide by 2,600. That's what linear properties mean, is get the b to the 5th by itself. Okay, 0.44. Out Draw a radical, put a 5. It's not a square root, it's a fifth root. So I go 5 second caret is how to do that. Not 5 second x second, 5 second caret. I get 0.85 again. Didn't do that on purpose, but. So b is 0.85, but you got to make that into the percent. So you take 0.85, you have to minus the 1 because that takes out the 100, and that's negative 0.15. Move the decimal forward, and that's negative 15%. Okay, peace out.